Hey, how's it going? Wanted to show you how to drive Lyft. I drive Lyft. If you want to drive Uber, go ahead. You can do that too. But I prefer Lyft, so I'm going to talk about Lyft. All right, the first thing you want to do, of course, you go to the website and sign up. I'm not going to hold your hand on how to do that. Obviously, it's really simple. You fill out the form and you submit your license and insurance. And simple as that. Now, if you're going to drive, make sure you have a hybrid. Don't use a gas car. The gas is too expensive. It will eat into your profits. So hybrids are the way to go, especially plug-in hybrids. I'm getting 80 to 100 miles a gallon. Come on. I used to drive an all-electric car, and I was using a free charger, public charger. But the problem is you have to stop every once in a while, right? And spend 20, 30 minutes charging. And while you're doing that, you're not making any money. So it's a trade-off, right? Go with the hybrid. So once you're signed up and you've got your hybrid, let's talk about what else you need. Well, I got this little electronic Lyft sign in my windshield. I highly recommend that because it helps the passengers actually find you in the dark as you're driving at night. But I only turn it on maybe a minute or 30 seconds before I pick the passenger up because cops really don't like that light. I don't know what their problem is. They think you're impersonating a cop or something if you have some kind of light in your windshield. Whatever, you don't want to get pulled over for this, so use it sparingly, only when you're picking somebody up. Don't have it on all the time. But do get it. It works pretty well. Next, you need a dash cam. Definitely do not drive without a dash cam. Anything can happen. You can crash, passenger can act up or do something crazy or whatever. You want it all on camera. You want to have proof. So get the dash cam and get the kind that also shows the passengers in the back seat. Very important. All right, what else do you need? You need barf bags. It probably won't happen unless you're driving Friday, Saturday nights and picking up drunk people. But you never know. Better safe than sorry. You can get them from Amazon. Barf bags. Make sure if someone's tipsy, tell them you have barf bags available. Tell them where it is. Make sure they know. Just in case. Because cleaning that stuff up is just, nobody wants to do that. All right. Moving on. What I do is I get water bottles. I can get, how many? I think it's 24 little tiny water bottles for less than $4. Right? They're pennies. But if you leave them in the back seat for people, boy, do they appreciate it. They get very impressed when they see that. They're like, oh, wow. They just think like you're a real professional when you have the water back there. So do that. And you'll be surprised. Most people don't even take the water, but it gives a good impression, and I think you get more tips that way. Just the fact that you're acting professional. Another thing to act professional, make sure you have a car charger. Just have it there, available, because every once in a while they'll ask, and it's like right there. So it's not a big deal to have, and again, it helps you get tips. So car charger, definitely. And what else? Oh, so I also have a thing called the octopus tablet. It attaches to your headrest, and it's amazing because it provides entertainment for the passengers, and they could win prizes. Plus, every time they mess with it, or even when it's just on, you get paid for it. Not a lot of money, but again, it helps with the tips. So get the octopus, provide the entertainment, look professional. It helps. And what else? Oh, get yourself a virtual tip jar. Yes, some people like to just use Venmo or PayPal or Bitcoin or whatever, right? Don't miss out on tips. Use every possible means of accept money. Cash is good too, obviously, but get yourself a virtual tip jar so they can just scan it and send you money. Every dollar counts, right? Also, have some tissues and hand sanitizer available for the passengers. Again, it makes you look professional, right? It doesn't cost that much. It'll last you forever. They hardly use it, but just the fact that it's there, it impresses the riders. Another thing, don't turn on the radio. Don't do it. Most people have their own music with them. You don't want to disturb them with music they don't like, and just don't do it, okay? If they ask for music, that's one thing, but yeah, don't turn on the radio. Another thing, make up some cards like this to hand out. If for some reason you're talking about driving, and they express an interest in driving, give them the card with your code on it. Okay, look at that. I mean, get the bonuses. Why not, right? Have the cards handy to hand out. No brainer. So here are some of my tips as far as driving is concerned. A lot of people like to drive weekends, but I noticed everybody's driving weekends. There's a high demand for rides, obviously, on weekends, but there's an option where you can see other drivers, and the roads are saturated with cars on weekends. You're not going to get a lot of rides because there's just too much competition. So drive when it's not quite as busy, or drive in places that aren't busy. Believe it or not, if you're the only driver and you're the only option, you get those rides. And the people really appreciate the fact that you're there for them, because if they're in a remote area and it's hard for them to get rides because most people don't want to go there, they appreciate it. They really do. Another thing I found out is don't be afraid of the poorer neighborhoods. Oh, you think it's too dangerous or whatever. I've been to a lot of these neighborhoods that are so-called shady, and people have always been nice. And when you're driving somebody to their job, like driving a bartender to their work, or somebody else who's just trying to get to a job, they're the ones that tip the most. I've had crazy rich people talking on their phone, making $1 million business deals on their phone, and not give me a single cent in tips. So rich people in general, I'm just saying, but I just found out they don't tip as well as regular people because they know what it's like. And another tip I want to tell, make sure you give good service. Don't start talking about religion and politics and stuff like that, unless they bring it up. But swallow your pride, just yes them to death. Even if you hate the candidate they're screaming about, just go, yep, whatever. It's no sense fighting them, just get your tip. What I like to do is, as soon as they get in and you say hi to them, I say, sorry for the wait. Even if they waited for maybe 2 minutes or 1 minute, whatever, it doesn't matter how long they actually waited. Just say, sorry for the wait. And right away they go, oh, they're thinking, this guy really cares about me. He's being professional. It goes a long way. It's weird, but it's just the mindset. You want to start off with this mindset that you're a professional, you care about them, and just say it. It doesn't, you still make it every time. You pick somebody up, say, oh, sorry for the wait. And 9 times out of 10, they'll go, oh, no, don't worry about it. Or, there wasn't no wait, it's fine, it's good. And it just opens up a whole mindset of you care about them. So think about that. What else would I suggest? Don't chase for, sometimes they have these little things on the screen that pop up. It says $3, $2, little areas. Don't chase those. Don't go after those. Because by the time you get there, they disappear every time. It's just stupid. I don't know why they have that. It's very rare that I actually get those extra couple of dollars. I call them carrots on a stick. Because they're there, you want them, you go for them, and then you never get them. It's not, don't go crazy about those things. If you happen to be there and just by accident it happens and you get the tip, that's fine. But don't chase it. What else is there? Oh, then they have these bonus times called turbo. So they range from 10% to 40%. And I found out that the higher the turbo, the less rides you get. But again, if you're in areas that are served by a lot of people, you can get lucky and get a whole bunch of good rides plus the 40%, which makes a difference, right? So look for those once in a while. If you see 40% bonus time, go for it, right? Now, if you're driving and you're waiting for rides and a long time goes by and you get nothing, don't get frustrated. Just go to your backup plan. That's what I do. I just go to another, do a food delivery or something for, for maybe 20 minutes. Do 1 or 2 food deliveries and then go back and see what happens. Because sometimes it's just no rides. It's frustrating, but that's what it is. Did I forget anything? I don't think so. I'm going to put my information in the description. If you're a new driver, you can use my codes. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the description below. And I really appreciate you watching, and I hope this helped you out. Thanks a lot. Take care.